Okay, folks, here's another story that doesn't look like it's caught any traction thus far. North Carolina officer caught on video slamming female student to the ground. Footage shows school resource officer picking up young woman and throwing her to the floor, leading to a thud and shouts from nearby students. Okay, this is the second incident that I am aware of where you have these bullshit police officers or school resource officers that come in and decide that they're gonna grab a female black student and abuse and mishandle her. Now, I have no doubt whatsoever if this officer had come up against a 17-year-old young man that this would not have happened, because the young man, if he was of any size, would have obviously been able to defend himself somewhat. So he probably would not have been slammed to the ground. But that being said, there's no call for this. Let me read the story for you, and then I'm going to play the video at the end. A North Carolina police officer was caught on video lifting a high school student into the air and slamming her to the ground, prompting widespread outrage and calls for the policeman to be fired. The footage, which went viral on Twitter on Tuesday, showed a school resource officer in the middle of a chaotic scene at Roseville High School, picking up the young woman and throwing her to the floor, leading to a thud and shouts from other students. Police and school officials did not immediately respond to requests for comment Tuesday, but the local paper, the News and Observer, identified the officer as Ruben de los Santos and reported that he was on paid administrative leave. Yeah, so they know that he fucked up, so now they got him out of the fray and away from the school, but he's still on a paid vacation. The video shows parallels to viral footage of a South Carolina sheriff's deputy who was caught on camera last year wrapping his arm around a student's neck in a classroom at Spring Valley High School. That officer, Ben Fields, flipped the student's desk and dragged the girl across the floor before arresting her. He was eventually fired. The Roseville footage has raised fresh concerns about the use of force against students and the harsh and sometimes violent tactics police officers use in classrooms. The American Civil Liberties Union of North Carolina said it was investigating the incident and encouraged people with information to contact the group. This use of force is very disturbing and is never justified, especially in schools where kids are supposed to go to learn and be safe and to concentrate on their schoolwork, said staff attorney Irina Como, adding that the ACLU would consider filing a lawsuit. I damn sure hope they do. It's unclear what precipitated the violence. The blurry 1-minute footage initially shows some kind of altercation, possibly involving a group of students. Several adults appeared to intervene before the video clearly shows De Los Santos carrying the thin young woman and slamming her down. For a brief moment, the young woman remains limp on the floor before the officer lifts her up and walked her out of view of the camera. There's a picture of the girl lying limp on the floor. Whoops, sorry about that. There's a picture of the girl lying limp on the floor. Police officials told the News and Observer that there may be body camera footage of the incident, which there probably is. Now, whether we get to see it or not is a different story. Wake County school officials responded on Twitter to the video, writing, "Thank you for sharing this with us. We are working with Roseville Police Department to investigate." Criminal justice reform advocates have long raised concerns about the way public schools in America criminalize students, particularly black students, who studies show are disproportionately targeted. The ACLU has also criticized, the ACLU has also criticized the use of corporal punishment. The ACLU has also scrutinized the use of corporal punishment against students with disabilities. The group's recent report in California cited cases of police zip-tying a 5-year-old student's hands and feet and pepper spraying a 7-year-old with a disability. On Twitter, users responded to the Roseville video with outrage and called for the officer to be fired, and he damn sure should be. She did nothing to deserve that, one person wrote. Police feel entitled to use brutality against black people no matter the situation. Protecting students should not involve physically injuring others, another wrote. All right, so I'm going to play the video. And again, it's a really brief video. And hopefully you can get a good view of it. I'm going to try to. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the video. All right, I'm going to play it again because it's a really quick shot, so I'm going to play it again. Now, I'm sorry. That is a grown-ass man that picked up a frail, that girl didn't, if that girl weighed 80 pounds, it was a lot. And he picks her up and body slams her to the ground. Now, and I'm not even going to say it would have been one thing if she had been fighting, but she wasn't doing anything, and he picked her up. So basically, he might have told her to get up and walk out. She decided she wasn't going to do it. So he decides that he's going to pick her up and abuse her. This motherfucker needs to be arrested and charged, okay? And if he's not arrested and charged, something needs to be done about his ass, and something needs to be done about his ass yesterday. They already got him out of the fray. He's on paid vacation, but we need to locate this fool and make sure that he understands that this is not going to be tolerated.